All right, so let's talk about something we've all run into. You see a real practical problem in your work, at work, or in your community, and you want to fix it. But how do you turn that into a focused project? Well, today, we're going to walk through a really simple but powerful framework to give you that focus. Let's dive in.
You know that feeling, right? You see an issue, you're fired up to do something about it, but you just don't know where to begin. It's that overwhelming sense of, what's the first step? That feeling of being totally stuck before you even start is exactly what we're going to clear up today.
So the tool for the job here is something called action research. And I know the name might sound a little academic, but don't let that fool you. At its heart, it's just a smart, structured way for you to look into a problem, try something out, and see what actually works, all in a real-world setting. It's research for people who want to do something.
Okay, so where do we begin? The absolute first step, and this is a big one, is you've got to fight that urge to jump straight to a solution. Instead, you need to become an expert on the problem itself, because a really great solution can only come from a really deep understanding of the issue. But what does understanding the problem really mean? It's way more than just knowing it's there. It means digging in. What's the real nature of this thing? Who is actually being affected by it? What are the root causes? And what are the ripple effects? And this is so important. How do all the different people involved, the stakeholders, how do they see the problem? Because their perspectives are gold.
All right, so once you've really immersed yourself in the problem, it's time to nail down your purpose. And honestly, this is where a lot of people get stuck. But we've got a wonderfully simple framework that gives you that clarity. And it all just boils down to asking the right questions.
Basically, your whole research project is going to fall into one of these three buckets. Your goal is either to understand the problem more deeply, to develop a totally new solution, or to evaluate a solution you think might work. The key is just figuring out which bucket you're in.
So here it is, the first and maybe the most important question you got to ask yourself. And be honest. After that deep dive we talked about, do you feel like you have a really firm grasp on the what, the why, and the who of this problem?
And your answer points you down the path. If you said, no, I really need to know more, then congratulations, you've just found your research purpose. Your whole goal is to conduct research to understand the problem. Simple. But if your answer is yes, well then you're ready for the next question.
Now, for all of you who answered yes, you feel like you really get the problem, awesome. Your journey continues to the next logical question. Do you already have a specific solution in mind? You know, an intervention, a new program, some kind of different approach that you're ready to try out.
And here is where it all clicks into place. If you understand the problem, but you don't have a solution yet, then your purpose is to conduct research to develop one. You'll be brainstorming, prototyping, creating. But if you do have a solution ready to go, then your purpose shifts to evaluating it. You're going to implement it and research whether it actually works.
So let's just map this out to make it super clear. It's like a decision-making roadmap. You don't understand the problem? Your purpose is to understand. You get it but have no solution? Your purpose is to develop one. You get it and you have a solution? Your purpose is to evaluate it. See how that transforms that vague feeling of I want to help into a concrete, actionable plan? Now you might be wondering, does it have to be just one of these? And that's a great question. The answer is no, not always. Bigger, more long-term projects can absolutely bridge two of these phases. You could start with understanding and then move right into developing a solution. Or your project could be all about developing and then immediately evaluating the new idea.
And just like that, you're not staring at a huge, messy problem with no idea where to start anymore. You now have a clear path forward, a defined purpose that's going to guide every single step you take from here on out.
Because let's face it, without a clear purpose, you're just wandering. But with one, every piece of data you collect, every person you talk to, it all has a point. Your purpose is the roadmap that makes sure you end up somewhere that actually matters, at effective, meaningful action.
Ultimately, it all comes down to this. Just by asking yourself one or two simple, honest questions, do I understand the problem? Do I have a solution? You unlock the right path for your entire project.
So I'll leave you with this final thought. You have the framework now. You have the roadmap. So what problem out there is waiting for you to get started on? What problem will you tackle first?